you cannot mix the herbs.
But you're sure that
yes,
you heard the voice?
The voice said you cannot mix the herbs. So I went back. I remember my grandmother telling me, and then later on telling my mother. I gave Zainab something.
The vaccine offers hope for a safe country free of coronavirus. I urge all state governments, traditional and religious leaders to take the lead in the mobilization effort within their environment and spheres of influence. I similarly urge all eligible Nigerians to present themselves and be vaccinated in accordance with the order of priority already mapped out at the various authorized designated centers only.
Nigeria is Africa's most populous nation, with cultural and media influence throughout the entire continent. But it's facing a conservation crisis. Its wildlife and national parks are highly endangered by poaching and illegal logging. It's the epicenter of the illegal trade in ivory and pangolin scales, with tons of products representing thousands of animals seized in recent times by customs. It has strong demand for illegal bushmeat that endangers animals and risks introduction of zoonotic disease. But Nigeria could be a conservation leader. With Lagos leading the way, Nigeria is updating its wildlife legislation. It's improving its wildlife law enforcement, and it's revolutionizing its public awareness. WildAid and its Nigerian partners are launching the largest ever conservation awareness program in Africa to drastically increase coverage of wildlife issues. Working with government agencies, working with the media, working with prominent Nigerian ambassadors.
Report suspicious activity and wildlife crime.
To promote Nigeria's national parks. To promote wildlife law enforcement. To raise awareness of the dangers of illegal bushmeat. And to promote alternatives. Nigeria can go from crisis to becoming a leader in conservation.
So let's do the right thing.
Tell your families and friends to say no to illegal bushmeat.
Keep them wild.
Keep them wild.
Keep them wild. Keep us safe.
And keep us safe.
NTA Tuesday Live, analytical, in-depth, educative and interactive on national issues accommodating all sides of opinions.
We as a people have understood that we have to fight corruption before it fights us back.
Poverty has a financial index, so it should be fought also with a financial weapon. Give it to the Social Investments Program. It has been a very courageous battle.
Tuesday Live, every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m. Join us.
Wannan labarin ma yana peji na 36.
Ita kuma babban labarin wannan jarida shine ainihin
labarin da ke gaban jarida shine ta bayyana cewa
ọkwaji kenga eziokwu
nwanne m nwoke
Ikechukwu Ndukwe Igbo
is very good for Nigerians because what it means is that once you get the first shot, what's going to be left is just the booster shot, and then you're done.
Nigeria's COVID-19 vaccination drive gets shot in the arm as the federal government takes delivery of 2 million doses of Johnson & Johnson vaccine from the European Union.
By the special grace of God, we will continue to give the society what is expected of us.
Where is the money? House of Representatives investigates federal government funds trapped in commercial banks.
In a country of over 200 million people, only about 41 million of us are taxpayers.
Also tonight, the task of getting taxes fares partners the media on sensitization for tax complaisance. Good evening, this is NTA Network News and we are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Kenan Ima Abodike. Michael Olaleye is in our Lagos studio, while Debabari Sidoma Nweke is in Port Harcourt. Welcome. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live, and on YouTube channel, NTA News Online. You can also visit our Facebook page, NTA Network News, Twitter at NTA News Now, and Instagram, NTA Network for updates. The 35th session of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of African Union has suspended the decision by the chairman of the AU Commission, Musa Faki Mahamat, to grant an observer status to Israel. Consequently, a 7-man committee of African leaders, including President Muhammadu Buhari, has been set up to critically analyze the situation and make recommendations on the best way forward in the interest of the continent. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports that the president is back in Abuja.
The chairperson of the African Union Commission had in July last year taken a decision to grant Israel observer status at the AU, an action that came barely 2 months after an outbreak of violence in the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Musa Faki Mahamat, in defense of the action, said it is within his sphere of competence and was at the express request of many member states. Nigeria and other countries are, however, dismayed at the lack of sufficient consultation and transparency, especially in view of Africa's strong support for the two-state solution. Records show that President Buhari's Nigeria maintains cordial relations with Israel but remains unflinching in its position on a two-state solution to the crisis between Israel and Palestine, as well as full respect of the human rights of Palestinians. Consequently, to avoid needless division amongst member states on the matter, the African leaders resolved by consensus to suspend the decision taken by the AU chairperson. A committee of 7 African leaders is therefore created to make recommendations to the AU summit, which remains worried over the development. The newly elected chairperson of the African Union and Senegalese leader Macky Sall is to chair the committee. He is therefore expected to take the initiative of launching the works of the high-level committee. In the meantime, the summit, which ended on Sunday, condemned in strong terms the recent wave of military coups in parts of the continent. The African leaders, who described the unconstitutional changes of government as inimical to peace, stability and development, ratified the suspension of Sudan, Guinea, Mali and Burkina Faso from the bloc. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari is back in the country after a successful outing at the African Union Summit in Ethiopia, the land of origins. He was received on arrival at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport by the FCT Minister Muhammad Musa Bello, Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba, Director General, Department of State Services Yusuf Magaji Bichi, and other senior government officials. In Abuja, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The role of professionals in politics and nation building is the issue that dominates discussion at the inaugural conference of the All Progressives Congress Professionals Forum held in Abuja. In his remarks at the event, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo observed that the future of the nation depends on professionals who are prepared to live up to their professional calling. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
There is a saying that a bird does not fly with only one wing, and so it is with politics and governance, or rather politicians and professionals.
Basically, there have been challenges, but what I know is that once you bring your skill, your professionalism to system, say no when you need to say no, say yes when you need to say yes, then you know you have a place in the political space.
I know that part of the problems we have is that the professionals, when they go into politics, they abandon their ethics because professional comes with ethics.
And there's nothing as discouraging as when it's time for appointments, you begin to bring strangers, all in the name of experts, technocrats, who were not there when the campaigns were going on.
The argument here is of two folds. While some decried the non-involvement of the elite in politics, others are of the view that professionals in politics are not adequately utilized. Whichever way it is, the Vice President underscores the need for every Nigerian to get involved in the task of nation building.
Development and prosperity cannot be understood merely as the exceptionalism of a few individuals that manage to prevail against the odds. This is not an adequate response to the challenges that confront us. True progress is about reimagining our collective circumstances and creating an environment that enables prosperity for us all. This is the challenge for us as professionals. It's only through public spiritedness and dedication to the common good that we can, as a people, truly become greater than the sum of our parts.
Discussion by these panelists further emphasized commitment to nation building.
Do well to remember that it is during the lifetime of this administration that the youth, the women, and today the professionals are now picking the gauntlet to show to Nigeria that politics is a serious business.
President Muhammad Buhari has set up high government administration standard, and we must continue to build on that.
The forum says it aims to harness all available professional skills and expertise in promoting and driving the party manifesto and activities for the benefit of all Nigerians. From the banquet hall of the State House, it's Jide Onifade, NJ News.
Let's go to the National Assembly, where the House of Representatives has opened an investigation to uncover how much of federal government's money is trapped in commercial banks. The aim is to enable recovery of such unclaimed funds and channel same to critical areas of need. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
At the inauguration of the ad hoc committee saddled with the assignments, comments from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation and the Ministry of Finance gave a hint on the infractions being perpetrated.
We are aware that there is good likelihood that substantial amount of federal government funds might still be lying with the commercial banks, despite the circulars, the directives, the presidential directive of 7th August 2015.
Those guidelines obligate any bank to have notified the federal government of the existence of any such funds belonging to it.
The Deputy Speaker, House of Representatives, emphasized what the committee is after.
Expose corruption or waste so that we can improve the infrastructural deficit and other challenges in our nation.
The core objectives of this committee's assignments is to recover any hanging funds that are currently in the hands of unauthorized persons/individuals and corporate bodies.
The committee has requested for relevant documents to ensure effective discharge of the assignments. Meanwhile, House Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, at an engagement with board and management of the recently upgraded Federal University of Education, Pangshin Plateau State, expressed commitment of Parliament to improve standard of education across institutions.
For a bill to be passed and signed by the President to become law requires doggedness, commitment, passion, belief in what you're doing.
And by the special grace of God, we'll continue to give the society what is expected of us.
President Buhari recently signed into law the bill for the upgrade, which was sponsored by Representative Yusuf Gagdi From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
In the meantime, 300 households taking refuge at the Muhammadu Buhari IDPs camp in Maiduguri have benefited from a donation of cardigans and other warm clothing materials against Harmattan. The gesture is by the wife of the president, Aisha Buhari, through her project Future Assured. Director General, Borno State Emergency Relief Agency, Yabawa Kolo, represented the First Lady. Abubakar Mohammed Musa reports.
These are some beneficiaries of the cardigans and clothing materials of Nigeria's First Lady, describing how the benevolence will assist them significantly, considering the intensity of the cold weather being experienced across Borno. Flagging off distribution of the materials on behalf of the First Lady of Nigeria, Director General, State Emergency Management Agency, Yaba Okolo, who also represented wife of Borno State Governor Falmata Babagana Umara, underscored the attendant challenges of Harmattan, such as pneumonia and asthma, especially among children and elderly, hence the support by Aisha Buhari.
Mapping vulnerable areas that where they have a lot of vulnerability, especially internally displaced resettlements, especially in host community and some of the informal settlements that we have around. I will be distributing it up to evening time till we finish with each and every household in this Muhammadu Buhari camp.
The gesture is expected to be extended to host communities across Maiduguri. Muhammadu Buhari camp is currently accommodating 625 IDPs who are mostly from northern Borno. In Maiduguri, Abubakar Musa, NTA News.
Now, Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe State says his administration places premium on youth empowerment as a platform for future economic development of the state. He made his comments when he flagged off a training program for 500 youths in an initiative he calls Gombe State Security, Traffic and Environmental Corps, GOSTEC. Emmanuel Akila has details of the report.
Energetic youths who were idle and susceptible to social vices and crime being trained to be productive members of the society.
GOSTEC is a squad of Gombe youth nominated from all over the 11 local government areas of the state who have been carefully selected and shall be appropriately trained to shoulder the responsibilities of enforcing relevant traffic, security and environmental laws in close collaboration with the statutory security agencies so as to ensure a safe, clean and decent environment for all of us to thrive in.
The trainers are security experts. They extol the initiative by Gombe State government for aligning with the At-Risk Children program of the federal government aimed at securing a better future for vulnerable children and women in the country.
For a period of 2 weeks, the youth will be engaged in rigorous training that will give them the reorientation required for them to fit into the program.
I applied through the internet and I was shortlisted. I came and do the process. I didn't know anybody and I am shortlisted. I'm really thanking him and I'm thanking God.
The initiative is designed to capture 2,000 youths, with the first phase comprising of 500 trainees, 38 female and 462 male. In Gombe, Emmanuel Akila, NTA News.
Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State has continued to roll out his empowerment program across local government areas in Bauchi State. Mahmoud Ibn Mohammed reports.
These are testimonies of gratitude by sons and daughters of Toro and Das local government areas of Bauchi State. They are beneficiaries of the Kaura Economic Empowerment Program. $500 in each of the LGAs. These beneficiaries receive sewing and grinding machines, cash, motorcycles and cars amongst other items based on comparative advantage.
More than 500 beneficiaries will be given cash or implements worth over 70 million.
As a leader, I always make a criticism of myself.
the basis of equity and justice? What have I done on the basis of the state character? What have I done to the population on the basis of equity?
With Toro Anders LGS concluded, 11,000 youths and women have so far been empowered in 12 local government areas. In Bauchi, Mahmoud Muhammad, NTA News.
Discussions are currently ongoing to avert pending aviation union strike proposed to begin by midnight. The conciliation meeting to apprehend the strike is at the instance of Labour Minister Chris Ngige, who assured that the present issues of non-approval or release of reviewed conditions of service as well as non-implementation of the consequential adjustment of 2019 national minimum wage to aviation professionals will be resolved. Representatives of relevant government agencies and all the unions affected are part of the conciliatory meeting. Let's now go on commercial on the news. Stay with us.
stories, but only the best will make Globe Battle of the Year Nigeria. The search for Africa's most creative dance talent.
Dr. Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar has brought sagacity and service to every office he has held. As chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, he brokered an agreement for the Paris Club refund, which all states of the Federation benefited from. He engineered a smoother working relationship between President Buhari and all state governors, irrespective of party affiliation. As two-term governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Abdulaziz Yari built 1,000 kilometers of roads in 8 years, while 100 schools were either reconstructed or renovated. Several hospitals were also upgraded with world-class equipment. With his track record of service to Nigeria, the All Nigeria People's Party, and now the All Progressives Congress, Dr. Abdulaziz Yari is the right man for the national chairman's job. Dr. Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar, charting a new course for the All Progressives Congress.
You won't go shake your body. Instead, they make it calm down. Eat the farm, say you sabi. You want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself, oh.
Whatever your size, find it with the new Airtel data plans. Dial *141# now to get the plan that suits you.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Executive Governor of Yobe State, Honorable May Malabuni, pursuing an unrelenting drive to revitalize Yobe's education sector, has the pleasure as chief host to inform the public about the Yobe State Education Appeal Fundraising event scheduled for Thursday, the 10th of February 2022 at the Ladi Kwali Hall of the Sheraton Hotel, Abuja from 9:30 a.m. Co-host, Distinguished Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, PhD, GCON. Chief Launcher, Alhaji Dahiru Barau Mangal. Chairman, CEO, Mangal Group of Companies supported by Launcher. Chairperson, His Excellency Ambassador Baba Gana Kingibe, GCON. Hosts, all state governors, Senator Bukar Abba Ibrahim, CFR, Senator Ibrahim Gaidam, Senator Ibrahim Bomai, Engineer Abubakar D. Aliu, Malam Adamu, Mohammed Musa Bello, Adam Adamu Maina Waziri, and Kashim Ibrahim Imam. Royal Father of the Day, His Royal Highness Muhammad Abali Ibn Muhammad Idrisa, OFR, Emir of Fika and Chairman, Yobe State Council of Chiefs. For further information, please contact 0701 313 5386 or 0810 0000888. Announcer, His Excellency Idi Bardigubana, the Deputy Governor, Yobe State, and the Chairman, Organizing Committee.
The House of Representatives Committee on Governmental Affairs invites stakeholders to submit memoranda as it holds a public hearing on two bills: a bill to establish Service Compact Management Agency, Servicom, and a bill to amend the National Lottery Commission Act. The hearing will be declared open by the Speaker, House of Representatives, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. Date, Wednesday, 9th February 2022. Venue, Conference Room 028, House of Representatives. Time, 9 a.m. For details, contact the clerk on 0703 6001 248. Announcer, Honorable Aiken Alabi, Committee Chairman.
Welcome back. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website nta.ng/live and on YouTube channel NTA News Online. You can also visit our Facebook page NTA Network News, Twitter at NTA News Now, and Instagram NTA Network for updates. Commissioner of Police, Kogi State Command, Edward Ebuka, has swiftly dispatched a crack team of senior police personnel to investigate and unravel the circumstances surrounding the attack on the Okene Area Command Office on Sunday. The Nigeria Police Force team was led by the DC Operation Kogi State Command. Speaking off camera to the media at the scene of the incident, he said the police will be thorough in its assignment. The DC operation said the police will release details of its investigations as soon as it is concluded. Some of the exhibits include live ammunition and an item allegedly belonging to the neutralized criminals. Niger State Governor and Chairman, North Central States Governors Forum, Abubakar Sani Bello, has urged the military to intensify efforts in their operations in the state as directed by President Muhammadu Buhari. The governor's plea followed the recent incessant attacks by the terrorists in Shiro, Munya, Rafi and Paikoro local government areas of the state. In a statement, Governor Bello decried consequential loss of lives and property, including military bases in the area, and expressed displeasure over the heightened nefarious activities of the terrorists, while appreciating the efforts of the Joint Security Task Force stationed in the embattled communities. The governor renewed his call to the people to assist the security agencies with credible intelligence. Authorities have given further updates on the explosion and subsequent fire outbreak that engulfed the FPSO Trinity Spirit vessel at the Ubokiti terminal on the 2nd of this month. A statement from the company indicates that 6 crew members were found alive at the community while 2 died. Investigations are still on towards establishing the whereabouts and safety of the remaining 4 crew members still missing, and limit damage to the environment and trace the cause of the incident. However, residents in the affected area are advised to stay away while the crisis management team monitors development. The federal government of Nigeria has taken delivery of 2 million doses of Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine donated by the European Union. At the official handing over the vaccine at the National Private Healthcare Development Agency, National Gold Store Airport, Abuja European Union Ambassador to Nigeria, Samuela Isopi, said the move is a step-up effort to support member countries in Africa where vaccination is lower. Here is Oluseyi Adabo with the report.
The latest delivery of 2 million doses of Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine will no doubt boost the vaccination drive of the federal government nationwide. The addition of vaccines is targeted at the hard-to-reach areas across the country. The federal government had earlier in 2021 procured about 40 million doses of J&J vaccine from the Afrexim Bank through the African Union, availing more Nigerians the opportunity to get vaccinated.
The expiry date for the current batch of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine that have been donated is August of 2023. So we do have a lot of time to be able to ensure that we use up these vaccines.
As we head into the third year since the COVID outbreak, the pandemic is not yet defeated. We must continue to work together to help partner countries to speed up vaccinations and to develop their capacity to manufacture vaccines locally.
The European Union representative and other development partners affirmed their resolve to support member countries in curbing this global pandemic. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Odoru Nimbe Mamora, has launched Operation Show Your Certificate and License for primary health workers in Nigeria. The exercise targets quackery, which the minister describes as a clear and present danger in the nation's health sector. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim reports.
A new crop of trained community health workers eager to render their services to country and humanity. A health development. But for every good and well-trained professional, there are some wolves in medical clothing.
The community health practitioner who are saddled with the responsibility of taking primary health care to the individual those states wherever they live and work cannot afford to host quacks using our fake certificate in our different health facilities.
Just recently, about 10 cases of quackery in primary health care centers was reported in North Central region of the country. But with the launch of Operation Show Your Certificate and License, the Ministry of Health and professional health bodies say enough is enough.
Government will be in position to know the ratio of community health practitioner to total population for the purpose of planning and distribution of manpower.
Ensure that we stop quackery and even forgery of certificates.
To ensure that primary health centers can deliver to the expectation.
To ensure its healthcare workforce is well and adequately motivated to deliver quality, ethical, and affordable healthcare services.
This operation is a nationwide exercise which is expected to ensure sanity in community health practice in Nigeria. Salwa Khalil, NTA News.
The wife of Borno State Governor Dr. Falmata Babagana Umar Zulum has enjoined women to take all precautionary measures for the prevention of cancer-related diseases as part of the 3-year Close the Cancer Care Gap campaign. This was during a cancer awareness walk in Maiduguri. Pauline Kuje Vanna reports.
Helping and supporting the vulnerable and the less privileged in the society is the priority of the multi-aid charity initiative MAG, established by the wife of the Borno State Governor, Dr. Falmata Babagana Umar Zulum. The work against cancer, which was led by the representative of wife of the governor, special advisor to the governor on women affairs in Nagaladima, observed that cancer is one of the highest and silent killer disease, but when diagnosed at early stage, is curable, saying creating awareness is very important in order to reduce the threat to life. The director MAC initiative, Mariam Gimba, thanked Dr. Falmata Zulum for her support in commemorating the day, adding that the essence of celebrating World Cancer Day is to create awareness and encourage women to regularly examine their health status. Manager Emergency World Health Organization, Dr. Lauko Richard, commended Professor Babagana Umar Zulum for prioritizing health and humanitarian support to people of the state, and appealed to the state government to provide more services and all the essential needs for the treatment of cancer. In Maiduguri, Pauline Kujavana, NTA News.
It's time now to join Michael in our Lagos studio for more reports on Network News. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Kene.
In keeping with its role as a key component of the nation's financial safety net framework, the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation says it will continue to lead by example in effective management of resources through sustained compliance with the procurement process. The managing director of the corporation, Bello Hassan, stated this at a two-day 2022 management retreat on public procurement in Lagos. Adeni Taiwo completes the report.
Oftentimes, the financial integrity of public and private institutions is achieved by effective management of resources through right procurement process in strict adherence to the provisions of Public Procurement Act 2007. This two-day management retreat, organized by the Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation in collaboration with the Bureau of Public Procurement, is to build the capacity of its top management towards understanding new trends and development in the nation's procurement process.
They can help us to have a deeper understanding of those provisions in order to ensure total compliance with those rules and regulations, because they are meant to be complied. Like I said at the beginning, NDIC is a compliant institution.
To achieve set objectives, 3 papers, including Understanding Public Procurement Process in Nigeria and Management of Bid Evaluation Procedures in Procurement Process, were presented by the Bureau of Public Procurement at the retreat. The Bureau disclosed that it is working with the National Assembly to address observed lacuna and reflect new realities in its enabling act.
The essence of the act is to ensure that there is transparency, there's competition, there's fairness, okay? And then there's value for money and fitness for purpose. Doing this e-procurement platform is to reduce human contact, which will, in the long run, reduce corruption.
For Imade Umwagbo and other participants, the retreat is timely.
What we categorize, say, as goods or services may not be what procurement department, sees. So this indeed will help us, close these gaps.
In the last 1 or 2 weeks, there are a little adjustment in some of the procurement laws. So we wish to know more.
Apart from deposit insurance, NDIC also ensures financial stability through prudential regulation and supervision and failure resolution. In Lagos, Adeni Taiwo, NTA News.
Long queues are beginning to dot petrol stations in some parts of Lagos as motorists and commuters lament loss of man-hours. Adiola Komiakere reports.
Days now, there have been pockets of queues at petrol stations on Victoria Island up to Ajah access. This scenario is not unusual during perceived fuel shortage.
I don't queue for Niru. They say fuel finish. That early in the morning, before I come queue here now. Till 9 o'clock till now, I never see fuel buy. Manager say fuel don't finish. But now some cars, they park for back. They now open gate for them, they enter.
Although nobody was able to state for a fact that there is fuel scarcity, many attribute the situation to panic buying because the NNPC had promised that there is sufficient fuel for Nigerians. This commuter said she has been waiting for hours to get transport to her destination.
People say that some filling station they are closing. Yes, but I don't know whether there is no fuel. I don't understand.
For this commuter, however, it was different on the mainland.
When I was coming to work in the morning, I did not see any queue in the filling stations. But I'm shocked that on coming to Island, there are queues.
The stations visited along Awolowo Way on Victoria Island were not dispensing the product, while the fuel selling had long vehicular queues, which caused a bit of traffic along Ahmadu Bello Way. Commuters are apprehensive that with this situation, there will be a hike in transport fares and are calling on relevant authorities to address the situation speedily in Lagos. Adeola Komiakere, NTA News.
This is NTA Network News. More reports shortly after this break. Please stay.
Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN, invites members to the first session of 2022 Mandatory Continuing Professional Development MCPD program. Theme: Contemporary Development in Public Sector Accounting. Date is Monday, February 28 to Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022. Time 9 a.m. daily. Venue: M&M Event Center, 900 Herbert Macaulay Way, beside International Conference Center, Abuja. Chief host: Reverend Canon Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma, FCNA, President and Chairman of Council. Signed, Dr. Nuruddin Abba Abdullahi, MNI, FCNA, Chief Executive Officer, Announcer. ANAN, a premium brand of choice.
Stress you, call them, then they accessible. Customer care where they on point. You no go regret when you try, of course. Profitable investment, everything is just a blend. If you don't want it good for you, guy, make you choose premium pension today. Make that switch to premium pension. Premium pension. Make that switch to premium pension.
Join over 700,000 satisfied members and enjoy the premium experience at our offices across the 36 states in Nigeria, including the FCT. Call 094615-700-704 to make the switch today. Premium pension. Active today, premium tomorrow.
At the heart of your waking up and going out is your desire to succeed. This keeps you awake, running through your mind, even when bathing. At Bedmate, we understand and remain your partners in providing you durable furniture that helps you work better and introduces you as a person of good taste. That's why from 13 January to 20 February 2022, you can own items in a Sophia Office series at incredible discounts of 20% off with amazing gifts too. Hurry now to our showrooms to enjoy this limited offer like many others needing high performance work tools to success.
Introducing an all-time mega offer. Get over 50% discount in the Airtel Home Broadband mega offer. Buy a router for just 10,000 naira and get up to 240 gigabyte or a MiFi for 5,000 naira and get up to 125 gigabyte bonus data. More data, more you. Reliable home broadband bar.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
The good people for Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, the area council election go happen for Saturday, February 12th, 2022. This one go can allow you to vote for the person where you want for the position of chairman and councillor for we area council them, where include Amak, Abaji, Kwali, Gwagwalada, Kuje, and Buari. The FCT administration don't stand gidigba can join hand with INEC to make sure say these elections e go siriri serere. As you want support any candidate where you like, make sure say you not do mago, you not steal ballot box, you not sell your vote, you not fight. You will want make people vote for you, Inko. Remember, say na God they give person power. So therefore, election not be to do or die. Make you dey patriotic, I beg. Come outside, come use your power to take vote for the person where you want make it be chairman or councillor. Not throw stone for outside though, if you go meet your own person for house. This message now from FCT administration.
It's a new dawn. Whoever you are, wherever you are, we will always be there for you. This is what fair banking is all about. So, wouldn't you rather fair banking for all? Fair money, fair banking for all.
Thank you for staying with us. You can follow this news broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live, and our YouTube channel, NTA News Online. You can also visit our Facebook page, NTA Network News, Twitter at NTA News Now, and Instagram, NTA Network, for updates. The Federal Inland Revenue Service is leveraging the reach and the power to connect with Nigerians to partner Nigeria's largest TV and radio networks, the NTA and FRCN, in addition to the National Orientation Agency, in providing broadcast content that will enlighten the tax-paying public. Benny Adams reports that the partnership is aimed at bringing more people into the tax net with a view to generating more revenue for execution of projects.
Making Nigerians to understand the inherent gains in the payment of tax is the task before the service.
In a country of over 200 million people, only about 41 million of us are taxpayers, and 50% of these 41 million people are employees of government. That is roughly 20% of the entire population that we have as a country.
The largest TV network, the largest radio network, and the National Orientation Agency are willing partners.
We have the responsibility of working with the FIRS to educate Nigerians on what taxation is all about.
And we in the NOA see this as an opportunity to kill two birds with a stone. First, to create an ambience that will create the needed confidence between people and the government and cross the trust deficit.
You're coming to the right place, and we undertake that we will do our own part in order to make sure that we create the awareness.
Having acknowledged that Nigeria is grossly undertaxed and agreed that the narrative should change, the partners signed the dotted lines committing to providing content that will communicate to every Nigerian the need to pay their taxes. The campaign, which will capture the type of taxes to be paid, how to pay, where to pay, when to pay, and why pay, is expected to run for 1 year for a start. In Abuja, Benny Adams, NTA News.
Slides to 4 months low at $39.9 billion as investors lose 41.2 billion naira to open the week negative in the capital market. Details with Musa Abubakar on Business News.
Thank you, Kele. Nigeria's external reserve has declined to below the $40 billion mark, to the lowest point in over 3 months. Figures from the Central Bank of Nigeria have indicated that the reserves dropped to $39.82 billion on February 2nd, 2022, from $40.53 billion as of December 30th, 2021. The country's external reserves had jumped from $39.82 billion on October 15 to a high of $41.83 billion on October 29, on the back of Eurobond inflow and International Monetary Fund special drawing rights. The country's external reserve rose by $5.12 billion last year from $35.37 billion at the end of 2020, CBN data showed. Oil prices fell on Monday as signs of progress in the U.S.-Iran nuclear talks that could lead to removal of U.S. sanctions on Iranian oil sales offset concerns about the tight supplies, Reuters report. Brent crude was down 51 cents at $92.75 per barrel after earlier touching $94, its highest level since October 2014. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude fell $1.03 to $91.28 per barrel. Now to stocks, the equities market began the week in negative territory. The NGX All Share Index shed 0.16% to close 47,203.39 basis point. 285 shares worth 5.1 billion naira were traded in 5,342 deals. Equity capitalization declined to 25.436 trillion naira. Guarantee Trust Holding Company PLC, Transcorp and Fidelity Bank dominated the activity chart in volume and value. That's business news. Okay, it's back to you.
Thank you very much, Musa. Let's now join Dibabari in Port Harcourt for the continuation of network news. Hello, Dibabari, it's over to you.
The House of Representatives Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations says it is satisfied with the health, safety and environmental policies of some multilateral organizations operating in Nigeria and will strengthen legislations to ensure the policies impact positively on key stakeholders. Kingsley Amaji reports.
The committee, chaired by Honorable Ibrahim Hamza, is on a 4-day assessment of some companies operating in Rivers State. Key concern to this committee is to ensure that the health, safety and environmental policies of the firms visited are up to date and in line with international best practices. The objective is to ensure that provisions are made to safeguard the occupational health and safety of workers and other stakeholders within the work environment.
The essence of this visit is just to carry out an oversight on health and safety matters in Nigeria. A lot has been happening in the country. There are a lot of setbacks relating to health and safety, a lot of issues, fatality and down to ill conditions and so on and so forth. So the National Assembly, the 9th National Assembly, deemed it fit that it creates a standing committee which will go around to ensure that the lives and probably the properties of Nigerian citizens are in safe hands and work is being carried out the right and proper way.
In areas of noticeable shortcomings, the committee directed the companies to update its secretariat with the policy document.
So we are trying to engage them to see that it's not a harmful relationship. It is a symbiotic relationship where you benefit from us and we also tell Nigerians what to do right. So gradually I know they will open up. But peradventure they don't. We have all it takes to make them to abide by the law.
The visit provided members opportunity to share ideas on how to improve on their performance in line with global best practices. Some of the firms visited are into logistics, shipping, manufacturing, oil and gas, among others. In Port Harcourt, Kingsley Amajiri, NTA News.
About 20,000 farmers in Akwa Ibom State will benefit from the African Union Development New Partnership for African Development, aimed at strengthening smallholder farmers on techniques that will increase farm production. Commissioner for Agriculture Dr. Glory Edit, while unveiling the project to the farmers, encouraged them to key into the projects to promote food sufficiency. Evening Bado Ekbu reports.
The unveiling of the Elder Nepal project for smallholder farmers in Akwa Ibom State is to further prepare the minds of the farmers on the training that will enhance their capabilities to achieve food production and nutrition. Akwa Ibom State is one of the beneficiaries of the project due to its successful efforts by the state government to reposition the agricultural sector through laudable programs and distribution of inputs. The Elder Nepal project for smallholder farmers is also part of the restoration plan for countries affected with COVID-19 in Africa for crops and livestock farmers to equip themselves with the latest technology for increased food production.
We all know that during the COVID-19, so many people couldn't do their businesses, including farmers. They couldn't go to the farm. It is only through agriculture that we can reduce poverty in the land.
This program is basically aimed at two basic things. One, to enhance nutrition in Nigeria. And secondly, to strengthen and empower smallholder farmers.
All the stakeholders welcome the initiative.
This shows that His Excellency, the State Governor, is committed to empowering the farmers in the state and also bringing back the collapsed economy of this country.
The Elder Nepal project is a socio-economic platform of the AU targeted at developing African nations. In Uyo, Evelyn Badu Eku, NTA News.
sports. Network news will continue right after the break. Good evening.
Big day ahead.
Yummy, yummy, full of nourishment and vitality. Empty bodies and shop minds. Ovaltine 3-in-1. 3-in-1. Ovaltine 3-in-1.
New Ovaltine 3-in-1. Smart choice for smart kids.
Does your toothpaste give you complete fresh protection? New Close-Up Toothpaste Complete Fresh Protection takes care of your 5 important oral care needs. It gives you strong teeth, prevents tooth holes, cleans deeply, fights bacteria, and gives you fresh breath. Complete fresh protection from Close-Up.
You 100 million naira up for grabs with your favorite Indomie noodles in the all-new I Love My Indomie promo. Grab an I Love My Indomie promo pack. Look inside the pack for a unique letter and collect all 14 letters, including the special heart, to form I Love My Indomie. Send a picture of your collection to our WhatsApp number to redeem your instant cash prize of 100,000 naira. So hurry and grab your favorite Indomie noodles now. Offer valid in selected cities only till March 31st, 2022. Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you. Our new toothpaste, Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection.
Why are we changing our toothpaste?
Because with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, I can be sure your teeth are cavity-free.
When you brush daily with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, its expert formula locks natural calcium in our teeth and helps protect them from cavity. Colgate is the world's most chosen toothpaste.
Colgate locks calcium in,
keeps cavities out.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. Knorr Cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
To the right. Mila, you go to the left. Just gotta do it.
Thank you for the rejections. That taught me to keep striving. Thank you for the long hours. That taught me discipline. Thank you for the knockdowns. That taught me to bounce back. And for the unexpected victories, that taught me to never give up.
Please welcome Dr. Juicy.
Thank you for making me who I am.
When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. Its great value, it protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
Not all washing powders are the same. Sunlight adds bursts of freshness to cleaning power to give you Sunlight 2-in-1 for sensational cleaning and freshness that lasts. Sunlight 2-in-1, sensational cleaning with burst after burst of freshness. Introducing Sunlight with luxurious oud fragrance.
Any short, sharp pain is usually the first sign of sensitivity. The likelihood is the condition is probably going to get worse if you do nothing about it. I recommend Sensodyne. It actually goes inside the tooth and helps calm down the nerve right where we need it to act. Sensodyne is a brand that I know works.
Sports now. The Nigerian Football Federation Board has approved the recommendation of the Technical and Development Committee to retaining Augustine Eguavon as Technical Director, Technical Advisor Interim. Former African Footballer of the Year, Emmanuel Amuneke, becomes the chief coach of the Super Eagles. Salis Yusuf will be the second assistant coach and chief coach of the Chan team, while former Super Eagles captain Joseph Yobo will be third assistant. Ex-international goalkeeper Aloysius Zago remains the goalkeeper's trainer. This is according to the statement by the NFF General Secretary, Dr. Mohamed Sanusi. Let's now join Oluseyi Adebo for the conclusion of AFCON Short.
Sunday's Africa Cup of Nations final, in which Senegal defeated Egypt on penalties to win their first continental crown, had more than its fair share of. Ultimately, Mane writes history with his country, takes the tournament's individual prize, and adds the Nations Cup to his personal trophy haul. Edward Mendy was named as the tournament's top goalkeeper after keeping 5 clean sheets in Cameroon, while 2019. He dedicated the Sunday's victory to his countrymen before his post-match press conference was interrupted by his squad for celebrations. Tens of thousands of jubilant Senegal fans took to the streets of Dakar to celebrate late into the night on Sunday, waving national flags, dancing and firing fireworks, and Monday was declared a national holiday to mark the side's triumph in Cameroon. While the celebration continues, the Senegalese will be conscious of the fact that the Egyptians they see last Sunday night will soon be coming back for them when the two nations battle for a place at the world's biggest football stage, Qatar 2022.
A big congratulations to the Teranga Lions of Senegal. That concludes NTA News tonight. Please be a star and stand with the NTA on the fight against rape and rapists. I am Kenan Ima Abodike. Good night.